is our daily morning show, our football news and transfers, where we talk about football news and also transfers as well. The results of the games played yesterday, the day before, the weekend actually. The match weekend games that were played yesterday and the day before. And we'll just go through the results of the games and also go through a couple of news and also transfers, if there are any transfer news available. For those who are just joining us for the first time, do let us know where you're connecting from and the football team you support as well. So let's get started, guys. Last night, the most shocking result for me this weekend was the Liverpool game against Tottenham. Honestly, I would say I was really disappointed with Liverpool because I expected to see like a 5-0, a 4-0 victory, even though I predicted it to be a 4-1. But honestly, I would say I am really disappointed with Liverpool because considering how terrible Tottenham Hotspur has been in the last 6 games, because they've not won their last 6 games in all competitions. They lost all 6 games, and the Liverpool game was the 7th one, and Liverpool was unable to win Spurs at Anfield, and that is really a surprise. I would say for me, that's the most shocking and surprising result for me this weekend. Yeah, I expected Liverpool to batter Spurs, but Liverpool couldn't do the job, and it's really a big shame for Liverpool not to get a win at Anfield against in fact, the worst Spurs team I've seen ever since I started watching football. Yeah, and Spurs are very much likely to get relegated, but the 1 point they picked last night against Liverpool is going to be very crucial to them, and it might boost the confidence and the morale of the players because Spurs have lots of injuries. I think about 10 or 11 players injured, and that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Aniskan, welcome back to the channel. Aniskan says, what's up? Joao Cancelo, the best right back in La Liga. Shame on Liverpool. Joao Cancelo has amazing quality, yeah. I don't know if his issue is attitude, because he and Pep and his insistence on wanting to leave Man City, I really do not know what happened. But talking about his quality on the ball, Joao Cancelo is got an amazing quality. Not gonna lie, his crosses are amazing. He can play from the left as a left back. He can play from the right as a right back. He's very good. Yeah. Tid Vertiki says hi. Is it GT Vertik? Vertiki said hi. I hope I pronounced your name correctly because the name is a little bit difficult for me to pronounce. GT Vertiki, where are you connecting from? Aniskan says, everyone like and subscribe, please. Thank you very much, Aniskan. Thank you. Punch says, hey, what's up, bro? I'm doing amazing. I'm doing great. How about you? Punch, where are you connecting from? Guys, I want to know in the chat, let me know throughout the weekend which game was the most surprising result for you. Personally, the most shocking and surprising game for me over the weekend was the Liverpool game against Tottenham. I expected Liverpool to batter Tottenham really well, but it was a big shame for the Liverpool team not to have beaten the worst Spurs team we've seen, and arguably the worst team in Europe at the moment in terms of their form. They have a relegation form at the moment. Okay, GT says Turkey. Okay, are you a Gala, Fenerbahce, or Besiktas fan? Which one are you? Aniskan says our new target is 3K, guys. Yeah, let's get the likes up, guys. And if you're just joining, kindly subscribe to Noble's View. Punch says Austria. Alright, Punch, nice to have you on the channel. What's the capital of Austria? I know Alaba. Okay, the current coach of Austria is Man United former interim coach Ralf Rangnick, right? You have the likes of Alaba. No, is he Alaba? Yeah, Alaba plays for Austria. Who else? I'm trying to remember a couple of Austrian players. Anatovic. I think Anatovic plays for Austria, right? I hope I'm not wrong. And Iskan says, when Man United lost their form, most of the big Premier League team fans started booing us, and now it's our Tom Noble. Liverpool, the team who will never walk again. Yeah, Liverpool will never walk again. Their fans are really upset with them. They are really upset. Asta Proston says, yes, Man United shot. Honestly, Man United, with the rates they are going, I think they can push for second place. Yeah, definitely they can, because Man City in their last 2 games have dropped 4 points. Both games were draw, against Nottingham Forest at the Etihad and also against West Ham at the West Ham Stadium. Yeah, it's a big shock, but I do think Man United can push for second, because they are 7 points. Is it 7 points? I think Man United is 7 points behind City. Yeah, 7 points behind City. We are not going for the league because the games are remaining just 8. Yeah, but we are definitely pushing for second position, Man United. So let's see. Achana Singh says, glory, glory, Man United. Yes, bro, glory, glory, Man United. I knew Man United was going to win that game. That was why I predicted a 2-1 win for Man United. Yeah, that's why I predicted a 2-1 win for Man United. But I was happy it ended up to be a 3-1, because when the game was 2-1, I was just saying that Man United should make it 3-1, because in as much as I predicted a 2-1 win, what I actually predicted was at least Man United leading 2-0, and maybe later on in the game Villa get 1 goal, but leading 1-0 and having Villa to equalize not long after was really, really crazy. But I'm really happy the team came back and won the game 3-1. Benjamin Sesko has turned into a super sub for Man United at the moment. He's been amazing, honestly. Edit121 says hi. Edit, welcome to the channel. Where are you connecting from? And Iskan says, Michael Carrick, the savior of every Man United fans. Yeah, Carrick has been sensational. Yeah, he's been amazing. He has given Man United fans the hope and also the ability to yearn for more. Yeah, he's given us the ability to yearn and actually deserve more from the team. But let's see. And Iskan says, he's the man who made my father watch the Man United games again. Really? Yeah, it's everyone who is a Man United fan at the moment enjoy watching Man United games, because there is no greater feeling for a football fan other than seeing your team win. No greater joy for a football fan, honestly. When your team wins, you just get happy and excited always. You want to watch their games, stuff like that. And it's really, really nice. Guys, for those who are new to the channel, kindly hit the like button. Let's get the likes up. Like I said, we'll still go through the news and the transfers we have for today. But currently, we are going through the results of the games that were played over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Now, like I said, the most shocking and surprising result for me was the Liverpool one against Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, because Spurs, like I said, in my opinion, They are the worst team in Europe at the moment. Yeah, but they were able to get 1 point at Anfield against Liverpool. Considering the fact that Spurs have lots of injuries and they've not been getting results. And I even said I really do not see where 1 point is coming for the Spurs team, because they've been terrible. You really cannot see cohesion. They are just so unable to defend. The stuff that happened in the Champions League with Kingsley and Atletico Madrid, the coach bringing him out to dry, like it was crazy. But I was really, really surprised with that result last night. And it was a late goal from Richarlison. I will go through what Szoboszlai said about after the game. Actually, I will go through what he said about the game. And you can see from his comments that he was really, really upset. Really, really upset. But we'll go through that. And Iskan says, my father has some personal issues with Eric Ten Hag. My father from first knew that he's an absolute flop, and when Man United lost 5 to 7 matches in a row, my father stopped watching. Yeah, Ten Hag for me, I supported him earlier on, but Ten Hag was really not doing exactly what I wanted him to do. The team was not performing, and Man United were conceding too many shots and chances. Yeah, that was terrible. Conceding too many shots and chances, and it wasn't good. Honestly, it wasn't good. Now let's go over to what Arne Slot, the Liverpool manager, said after the loss to Tottenham Hotspur. He said on the boos from Liverpool fans, Arne Slot said, I think and expect that it was aimed towards the team, which I can completely understand. If you can't feel the frustration after dropping points at home against Tottenham, who are on a poor run of form. Yeah, the Liverpool team deserve to be booed by their fans, because it is really, really unacceptable for Liverpool to lose points to a Spurs team that have been terrible in the last couple of months. And they've not won any match in their last 6 games. Even a draw they've not seen. But they came to Anfield and got a point off Liverpool. And top 4 for Liverpool now is really, really difficult. Honestly, it's really difficult. Robert Simpson says, Wakanda forever. Robert, nice to have you on the channel. Where are you connecting from? Robert. Ahmad Fayaz, hello bro. How Man United come back? Yeah, Man United did amazing against Aston Villa. A very, very important win, by the way. Very, very important win. At least Man United is how many points? I think Man United is about 6 points ahead of Chelsea. Maybe 5 ahead of Liverpool, I think. Yeah. So it's a very, very important win for Man United, honestly. I'm not going to lie. It was a very important win. And Iskan says, small Premier League teams are beating Spurs, but what happened to such costly Liverpool team? Liverpool spent the most money the last summer transfer window. Yeah, and their team has been terrible ever since. Samiran says, are Bayern all keepers injured for the UCL? Manuel Neuer is injured, but I don't know if the second goalkeeper is also injured. I really do not know, but regardless of whether Manuel Neuer will play or we have another goalkeeper in goal, Bayern is definitely qualifying for the quarterfinals of the Champions League. They beat Atalanta 6-1 in Italy. There is no way Atalanta is going to beat Bayern in Allianz Arena. So for Atalanta to qualify, they need to beat Bayern 6-0. And I don't see that happening. I do not see that happening. Let's go over some news again. The Barcelona president, Joan Laporte, he has won the election again. Yeah, Laporte said after the win, "These years will be passionate and magnificent. We will become unstoppable." And he celebrated his win with people from the club and also family. Yeah, and Hansi Flick will definitely stay as the Barcelona manager because he's part of Joan Laporte's project going forward. Yeah, Laporte, like I said, Joan Laporte has won the election as Barcelona president, so he's going to stay and maintain his role for the new chapter after the voting was done last night in Spain. So it's going to be really important for Barcelona going forward. They've had financial crisis, but Laporte has been able to navigate Barcelona through those difficult situations, getting them to renovate their stadium. They've not been able to sign players expensive or pay high wages. They've been using more of academy and loan signings and all that. So it's a good work, I would say, that Laporte has been doing for Barcelona, honestly. Josiah Nepo says, "Hey, Josiah, nice to have you on the channel. Where are you connecting from?" Anishkan says, "Isaac Ekitike, Frimpong and Vids, you know one thing, Nobu, bro." What is that, Anishkan? Samiran says, "Yes, I just searched out second choice, third choice, and under 19 goalkeeper all injured and unable to play." Nah, I don't think that's the case, bro. All 4 goalkeepers for Bayern not. Nah, that's not true. I know Neuer is injured, but come on. Josiah says Canada. Okay. Which part of Canada? Are you from Toronto, Ontario? Is it Calgary is in Canada, right? Josiah. Which part of Canada are you connecting from? And Iskan says, "If they come to Barca, we will be the best." I don't know what is wrong with Liverpool, honestly. I do not know what is wrong with Liverpool. Because at the moment, it is really, really crazy. Johnny Caliso says, "Hey Nobu, KDB record might get broken by the mighty Bruno." Yeah, that record is going to get broken. Currently, Bruno has 16 assists, so he needs 5 more assists to break the old record and create a new one. Yeah, and I think he's definitely going to break that record. The record held by TT and KDB. Bruno is going to break it. That's why I said lots of people underrate Bruno Fernandes. They do underrate because that guy, for me, at the moment, I have said this multiple times on my channel. At the moment, Bruno is the best midfielder in the world. There is none that comes close. In the Premier League, he's the best player in the Premier League. And when it comes to maybe best player in the world, is because of the likes of Haaland and the kind of, okay, not Haaland, I would say Harry Kane. The number of goals that Harry Kane has scored and all that. Aside that, and the fact that Man United is not playing in the Champions League. If Man United was playing in the Champions League with this performance from Bruno, I would even go for him for Ballon d'Or, honestly. Josiah says Edmonton. All right, nice to have you on the channel, Josiah. Which football team do you support? Mohammed Hage Sawi. Okay, you retracted your message. Mohammed, where are you connecting from? Johnny Calicio says, "Bruno has surprised me this season. World class, best right now, him and Pedri." I don't even want to bring Pedri close to Bruno at all. For me, Bruno is by far the best player in the Premier League at the moment. Honestly, he is by far the best player. And I think he deserves to win the PFA award. Yeah, Bruno deserves to win the PFA award of the season. Because The only player that comes very close to Bruno in terms of performance this season in the Premier League is Dominic Szoboszlai. Yeah, I definitely will have Dominic Szoboszlai in my Premier League team of the season. In midfield, I will have Szoboszlai, Bruno, and Rice. I would have had Casemiro, and I think Casemiro should even be in conversation for that team of the season, honestly. I think Casemiro should be in the conversation for the team of the season, honestly. Guys, if you're just joining, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We have over 14 people on the stream watching it right now, so please, everyone hit the like button. Let's get the likes up to 10. We are currently at 3 likes. Let's get it up. Okay, Anishkan says, Nobu bro, how underrated is Vincent Kompany as a manager? He's doing very good in Bayern. Yeah, Vincent Kompany is doing an amazing job at Bayern Munich. Honestly, his team is playing really good football. They score lots of goals. Like they are just unstoppable at the moment, Bayern. And I do think they are the favorites to win the Champions League this season. Honestly. Mohamed Hage Sawi says still will win nothing. Are you saying Man United will win nothing? Getting into the Champions League is the goal for Man United this season. Yeah, because a team as massive as Man United not being in the Champions League is a disgrace. So the goal for Man United is to get into the Champions League. That's just the point. Samiran says, when I was younger, I thought Bruno Fernandes and Bernardo Silva were real life brothers. Really? Nah, they are not real life brothers. They're actually friends. I think, okay, Bernardo Silva got into the Portuguese national team before Bruno did. Yeah. Johnny Caliso said, only thing is he won't win nothing with United long term. I think if Man United sign the right players next summer and do all they can to keep Bruno, Man United can actually push for the league next season. I'm very, very sure of that. If we can at least sign 5 players, let's say get 1 striker. If Joshua Zirkzee leaves, Mason Mount leaves, Casemiro I think should be given 1 more year. Honestly, I do think Casemiro should be given 1 more year, and we should sign 2 more midfielders. Sign Elliot Anderson of Nottingham Forest. Sign Angelo Stiller from Stuttgart. Then keep Casemiro. Sell Manu Ugarte. Kobe Mino is there. You have Jack Fletcher or Tyler Fletcher to be coming up as academy players. Then you sign a left back. If possible, get Lewis Hall from Newcastle United. Yeah, and possibly sign Ballard and Luka Vuskovic from Spurs. Then I think Man United stand a very, very strong chance to push for the league next season. Anvan says Man United. Mohamed Hegesawi says Oslo, Norway. Okay, you're Norwegian. Alright. Do you support Bodo Glimt? Because I know Bodo is a Norwegian team. Avan says Bruno or Sheshko. Bro, Bruno, like I said, is the best player at the moment in the Premier League. Johnny Caliso says, after KDB and Ozil, best 10 I have seen in the modern era, Bruno Fernandes. For me, Bruno is wild, honestly. Sandeep says, good afternoon, what's up? I'm doing amazing, Sandeep. Nice to have you back on the channel. Guys, let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. And if you're just joining, subscribe to Nobu's View, guys. Let's get it up. Samiran says, honestly, tell who do you think will win the Premier League irrespective of the biasness. Now, at this point, I think Arsenal is going to win the Premier League. Yeah, because Man City have dropped 4 points in the last 2 games, and Arsenal have picked 6 points in the last 2 games. So that is very, very crucial for Arsenal. They are currently 9 points. Arsenal is currently 9 points top of the league. Yeah. So it's their league, except maybe Arteta does some crazy stuff, which the fans are not going to forgive him. If Arsenal doesn't win the league now this season, being 9 points top, yes, Man City have a game in hand. Nah, the Arsenal fans are not going to forgive him. So for me, in as much as I do not want Arsenal to win it, but as it stands now, Arsenal definitely are going to win the league because they are currently 9 points top of the league, and Man City still have a game to play. Yes, we know that having a game to play is not a guaranteed point. They can still draw the game, win it, or also lose the outstanding match. It's not a guaranteed point. So Arsenal do have an advantage. They have 7 more games to play, while Man City has 8 more games to play. So Arsenal just need to win their next 4 games. If Arsenal win their next 4 games, then I see the league as being 100% over. And also note that Arsenal still has a match to play against Manchester City. So if Arsenal can beat Man City, maybe in their next 2-3 games, win those games, play Man City and beat Man City, then the league is all over. 100%. The league is all over. At this point, I think it's 90%. Yeah, the league is 90% Arsenal. If they can beat City, then it's 100% over. So let's see if Arsenal can actually do the job themselves and beat City to win the league. But I think 90% the league is Arsenal's right now. In as much as a Man United fan, I do not want Arsenal to win it, but it is what it is. There is nothing else you can do. You just have to accept the fact that Arsenal has won the league. City lost 4 points in the last 2 games, while Arsenal picked 6 points in the last 2 games, and that's wild. So it's really Arsenal's league right now. There's nothing anyone else can do. Samiran says the fierceness of the Premier League before will be missed. I think next season is going to be more interesting. Yeah, next season is going to be really, really interesting. So let's see how it pans out. Johnny Caliso says, rank them Bruno, Scholes, Beckham. Bro, right now, Bruno is ahead of Beckham and Paul Scholes. Yeah, in all the stats that you can name, be it chances creation, assists, goals, Bruno for me is ahead of all of them. It's right to say that Bruno is Manchester United's greatest midfielder of all time, because the numbers the young man is putting up at the moment, it's crazy. Yeah, it's really, really crazy. That is why when people disrespect Bruno, I'm like, what exactly are you guys talking about? Do you guys see the kind of chances this guy creates? The numbers he brings up, they are insane. Sean Smith says, who you think misses out of top 5, Villa, Liverpool or Chelsea? Ooh, top 5, Villa, Liverpool or Chelsea? Ah, man, that's a very tough question. It's a very tough one. And I'm trying to process it to give a very, very honest answer. Villa, Liverpool or Chelsea? And I will try as much as I can not to be biased. I'll just give a very honest opinion and view about it. Villa, Liverpool and Chelsea. I think Chelsea is definitely going to get into top 5. Yeah, I think Chelsea will get into the top 5, in as much as they are actually inconsistent, but I think Chelsea will get into the top 5. Now, it's the 5th position is between Aston Villa and Liverpool. Now, Liverpool is just on and off, inconsistent, the same inconsistency as Chelsea. But I think Chelsea, even though they are inconsistent, but they are more consistent than Liverpool. It might sound funny, but that's just the honest truth. Chelsea, in their inconsistency, are still more consistent than Liverpool. Then coming to Aston Villa, I honestly think Aston Villa, man. Villa have lost their last 2 games. 4-1 against Chelsea at Villa Park, 3-1 against Man United at Old Trafford. So it's really difficult to say for Villa, but I think Liverpool is going to slightly make it into the top 5. Honestly, I think Liverpool might slightly make it into the top 5. If there is any other team behind Liverpool and Villa that is actually in a good run of form, then I would say they would push Liverpool and Villa out of that top 5. But at the moment, I really do not see any. So I think Liverpool will make it to the top 5, but it will be a very, very narrow slip into the top 5. But let's see how it goes though. And Iskan says, real underdog. After FC Porto, I think this will be the team who will win the Champions League this season. Bodo Glimt. Yeah, Bodo Glimt for me, like I said a couple of times, they are the dark horse of the Champions League this season. Honestly, they are. El Jose Biju says, Kerala Football Club, KBFC, bro. Okay, Kerala, is it Kerala Blisters or Blasters? Samiran says, Bruno is never ahead of both. No, sorry, I personally don't think Bruno matches the legacy of Beckham nor Scholes. Samiran, I watched Beckham, I watched Paul Scholes very well for years. Now, Bruno played in the worst Man United team, and yet he has these crazy numbers. Imagine if Bruno played in the best Man United team. Just picture the number of goals or assists he would have gotten in his career. Yeah, Beckham and Scholes won the Premier League titles, won more titles than him because of the team and the manager they played under. But Bruno played under the worst Man United team in history, and still he's putting up crazy numbers. For me, I would say with the way Bruno is going, he will end up to be Man United's greatest midfielder of all time. There is nothing anyone can tell me about that. Honestly. Blow Up says, Hala Madrid. Yeah, Hala Madrid, bro. Are you from Spain? Blow Up. Murat Sekaya says, Galatasaray. How are you, Osimhen? Yeah, I really love the way the Gala fans treat Osimhen. Yeah, and Osimhen was in tears during the Champions League game between Gala versus Liverpool in Istanbul last week. He was in tears with the way the Gala fans, his mom's picture brought out and everything the Gala fans did. Osimhen was really emotional, honestly. He was really, really emotional. Blow Up, have you subscribed to the channel? Guys, if you're just joining, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let me go through a couple of news. After the game last night between Liverpool and Tottenham, Dominic Szoboszlai had a few things to say. Yeah, Szoboszlai said that is a huge disappointment. I don't know what happened. I have nothing to say. In the last minute again, I don't know how many times this season already we have to wake up. Then he went on to say, I didn't hear the boos, but we can understand them. We are not performing how we should. But support us in a difficult time. There is still time to show how much we want it. We have to stick together for the club. Yeah, and also he went on to say that we have to wake up, because if we carry on like this, we should be happy with the Conference League. I don't know why this is happening. I honestly don't know. Personally, I do feel for Dominic Szoboszlai. Yeah, I do think it's I do feel for Dominic Szoboszlai because he's been by far Liverpool's best player this season, and he's been very very consistent in his performances all game. It's not like maybe he will play well today, tomorrow he will play badly. Nah, he's had consistent performance week in week out every game. He scored a beautiful free kick yesterday against Tottenham, and still Liverpool drew to the worst team in Europe at the moment. Honestly, it's really really terrible, and he's right. He said with the way Liverpool is playing, if they get Conference League, then they shouldn't complain about it. Yeah, they should not complain about it, because personally, even as a rival fan, I was very very much surprised that Liverpool drew that game. I'm not capping, I'm being honest. I was very very surprised. I was expecting a 4-0, 5-0 win for Liverpool, and Liverpool normally do not even struggle against Spurs. So it's not like maybe it's Man City that always struggle against Spurs. Even if Spurs are bad, they will always find a way to beat Man City. So, but this is crazy. Cool One, welcome back to the channel. Cool One says, how Liverpool draw? Honestly, bro, I really cannot explain it. I really cannot explain it. And Iskan says, my father always talks about David Ginola, the Frenchman who was not accepted by his fans. His fans accepted him as model. That's the reason his football career ended. Vahap Guni says, Solo il Galatasaray. Okay, you're a Gala man. All right. Ray Khan says, Liverpool going to lose again against Galatasaray. Yeah, I think last week I predicted that Gala was going to beat Liverpool 2-1. They ended up winning 1-0 against Liverpool. And definitely I think Gala is going to beat Liverpool at Anfield. Yeah, Gala is going to beat Liverpool at Anfield for sure. Liverpool this season is just so terrible. Yeah, they've been so inconsistent. Sedat Bar says United should sign Aragule. Aragule. I don't think he's the kind of midfielder Man United needs. Yeah, because the Premier League is very physical and Goulet is smallish. Yeah, I know he can play. Yeah, he can play, but I would rather go for a more physical midfielder. I would rather go for a more physical midfielder. That's why I said I need Elliot Anderson at Man United. Because he's used to the physicality of the Premier League. He can actually cope. So I think I would go with a more physical player. Subrab says, bro, according to you, which clubs are traditional six, like they are performing like a traditional six club? What you have to understand is the fact that many big teams are not doing well this season. Yeah, they are, for example, the likes of Man United are gradually picking up since this year, since January. I think Man United have picked more points than any other team in the Premier League since January. So let's see. I think that it's at the moment I really do not count Spurs as a top 6 team. Yeah, I really do not count them as a big 6 team now. I do not. Ray Khan says Reed is so bad, man. I think in February and January he played really well, but in the last couple of games he's been lost. I do not know why. Murat Al Hassan says Gala or live? Gala or live? What do you mean by live? Which team is live? Sekan says hi. Brother, do you remember me? Yes, I remember you, Sekan. Welcome back. Cool One says Villa are new big sis. Yeah, if Aston Villa make top 5 or top 6 at the end of the season, I think that they are going to be the new uh, they are going to be the new top six. Yeah, because for me, Spurs is no longer a big six. Yeah, I do not see Spurs as a big six anymore. Nah. Max Vin says, hi, how are you? I'm doing amazing, Max Vin. Sandeep says, nice life. Thank you very much. Raykan says he mean Liverpool. Okay, you're saying Gala or Liverpool? Definitely. I said for Galatasaray, I love Galatasaray and how they treat Victor Osimhen. Yeah, and in Turkey, definitely is Gala. Get a draw against Liverpool. All they need is just a draw. Really go with the mindset of winning Liverpool in that game. Honestly, they can go with the mindset of winning Liverpool. But let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen exactly. Second says, can you name a player you know from Fenerbahce? Fenerbahce. N'Golo Kante is there. This guy from Al Nassr that was playing with Ronaldo. This Brazilian striker, I've actually forgotten his name. Amrabat is playing there as well. Yeah, I know a couple of players from Fenerbahce. Okay, Enesri has left Fenerbahce and is playing for. I think he has gone to Al. Is it Al Artifact, the Benzema team? Yeah, Talisca. Yeah, Talisca. Aniskan. Yeah, Talisca. You're correct. Thank you for that. It's Talisca. A minute, guys. I need to respond. A call just came in now. I need to pick the call. Yeah. A minute, guys. Aniskan, sorry, Cool One says Guendouzi plays for Fenerbahce. Really, I thought Guendouzi was playing for, was it Marseille? I thought he was playing in France. I don't know, he has already left France to go to Turkey. Turkey has lots of quality players recently. I would say in the last 2-3 years, the Turkish league has actually gotten quite a number of good players, very, very good players. Aniskan says, I mean, he was an Inter Milan centre back. Who is that? Prime Exap says, let's go 3-1. Yeah, Man United 3-1 against Aston Villa. It was a very, very important win. And I think Galatasaray can actually win against Liverpool or at least get a draw. But I think Gala is going to get a result against Liverpool. It could be a draw, but I really do not see Liverpool winning that game because Liverpool's morale is down at the moment. Really, really down. Yeah, really down. FFT says Bruno and Casemiro leaving next season will be a problem. Getting European football will be a problem. Now, I think Bruno will not leave at the end of the season. Yeah, I do not think he will leave. Then for Casemiro, the fans are actually calling for Casemiro to stay for one more year. I don't know if the club is going to actually give Casemiro an extension. We do not know because Casemiro has already come out to say that, yeah, he's definitely going to leave at the end of the season. But I think he deserves to get to an extra year because we need to get in someone that will replace Casemiro, and that person needs to play with Casemiro for at least one season. Yeah. And Iskan says, for me, Sir Alex is always the first. Yeah, Sir Alex is the greatest of all time in terms of managers. Samiran says, will Kolo Muani get play time for PSG next season? Now, PSG is definitely going to sell off Kolo Muani. Yeah, if they don't get a good permanent deal, they are still going to loan him elsewhere. He's not getting play time for PSG. Dotrang TV, where are you connecting from? Guys, let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Alihan Koskun says, hey, how are you, bro? I'm doing amazing. Prime Exip says, Bruno will break Premier League assist record. Yeah, I think he's definitely going to break it. He's just 5 for 5 minutes. Alihan Kosun says, Ada Gule. Yeah, Gule scored a very beautiful goal on, was it on Saturday? Yeah, it was on Saturday against Elche from 75 yards or 72 yards. That was a very beautiful goal. Falal says, Messi or Falal? Is Falal a footballer? Nori Andre says, did you watch the game? You mean the Man United? Yeah, I watched the Man United game, of course. It was a very, very interesting game. Bruno with double assist. Casemiro with the goal. Cunha and also Benjamin Sesko, who has now become a super sub for Man United. Yeah, it was a very, very important game. Very, very important. Sekanal says, I become an actor you saw in real life, face to face. Are you an actor in Turkey? Eh? Guys, if you're just joining the channel, kindly hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Aniskan says, Gula's long shot goal will get the Puskas, or Lamine Yamal's bicycle kick will get Puskas, be honest. Now, I think there are better goals. Yeah, I would say there are better goals than the Yamal and the Gula one. Yeah, Gula scoring from 75 yards is amazing, but I would pick the scorpion kick from Dominic Solanke against Manchester City. Also, Szoboszlai's free kick against Man City for me was crazy. Even Patrick Dogu's goal against Arsenal was also crazy. So, there are goals. I think for me, it's Dominic Solanke's that will go top. Yeah, the goal he scored, the scorpion kick he scored against Manchester City, or the Szoboszlai goal against Man City. They were crazy goals. Cool One says, neither will win, not good enough. Yeah, I still do not think any of them will win the Puskás, but I think Szoboszlai or Dominic Solanke's one will actually go. Yasin Torun says, Robinho or Griezmann. For the trickery and skills, I would go with Robinho, but for the general career, definitely Antoine Griezmann. Yeah, because Griezmann had a better career than Robinho. Fast, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. Nice to have you back, Fast. Madrid says, hello, like 10. Yeah, Madrid, welcome to the channel. Cool One says, Aniskan, search Puskás contenders 25-26. Yeah, there are lots of beautiful goals, by the way. Lots of beautiful goals. Okay, guys, I'll be ending the stream shortly. Yeah, and I'll see you guys later on tomorrow. We have Champions League games tomorrow, guys. So I'm going to be live. I have a couple of things I need to do. So I'll end the stream shortly. We have our morning stream, same time tomorrow morning. And also we are going to do live watch along for the Champions League game. Real Madrid is playing tomorrow. Arsenal is also playing tomorrow as well. PSG Chelsea is playing tomorrow, so it's going to be really crazy. So let's see. And for those who are just joining the channel for the first time, Kindly hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate all of you. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, same time for our morning show. And I do hope you guys have an amazing day. If you are yet to subscribe, kindly hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Chooks Nasty says it's still Sunday for me. Are you in the United States? Because I know it's only the US that very much likely will still be in Sunday. Chook Nasty, are you Nigerian? Exodia says, bro, I will play United in the future. I do hope to watch you, Exodia, and good luck. Good luck to you, bro. Okay, Chooks, you are in the United States.